kind of cut. And I had some down at the store. And he says, geez, I like that plant. And so I said, well, here, take him in. So he took him home. He took him just down the locks and started him. And so then he crossed that one with another one, and so he gave me the plant, and the plant is as tall as this room now.
I'll have to see that before I go.
Yeah, I don't think so that's what he did. So that's how he started crossing the fuchsias and everything after I gave him something that he liked, and then so he had another plant from down at the locks, I guess, and crossed that one with that one there. So, but I never knew how he did it.
Oh, he wouldn't show you.
Well, I never asked him.
Oh,
I never asked him. I never asked him how he did it, because he wasn't always there.
Right.
He very seldom. I mean, was that I'd see him down at the locks. I saw him more in the hardware store than I did in the locks. Yeah.
He had a very different philosophy for the locks than, say, Mike Fleming did. I understand. I mean.
Yeah. Mike was more into the, I don't know, into the gardening and stuff. But what's his name? He put a plant in and he let it grow. It wasn't pruning, prune this and prune that. But Mike was prune this and prune that. But Carl never wanted to prune anything. He just wanted to be native and let it go as it was.
And I understand as well that Carl did not want the lawns to be used for picnics and people to sit on them and stuff, whereas Mike Fleming said just...
Well, I don't know if Mike did that, stopped it then, but then during, it must have been when the locks opened, about 1914? Somewhere through there.
Yeah.
Because I know a friend of mine, a neighbor, that used to say she used to walk across the locks because it was just a little tiny river going. And the way they found out that there was Puget Sound and Lake Washington was connected was because an Indian had drowned in Lake Washington, and his body was found out here in the Sound. And that's how they knew that there was an opening all the way through to the Sound. And so she told me that they used to walk for it before they started opening. And then when they did open the locks, there were people. There weren't many cars then, and they came in, I guess, the north, and they parked there. But a couple of cars, the brakes went, and they went down into the locks. And so, but people would sit on the beach, on the grass there, and have picnics. Right. But the cars went in, so that's why you can't park on that road coming down from whatever it is, Colonel's office or Colonel's place or something.
I've seen some old pictures where there's a whole line of cars there.
Yeah.
I did read an article where there was at least one.
And those cars are about, how old do you think those cars were?
Oh, I thought they were from the 40s or 50s when I looked at them.
Oh, no, I don't think they were that far.
Yeah.
I don't think they were that new.
They might be.
Because in the 50s there was a lot of cars, around then. But I mean, I know Dr. Greiner, he had one of the first 19.
Yeah, that's one there. That one's probably, I would guess, 20s or 30s.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, about 30s. Yeah. But people were not allowed to park on that thing going down there.
Right.
They couldn't. Yeah, they couldn't park down there.
And this is a picture from the Pacific Northwest magazine here.
Oh.
And this is your where your flower bed is now, isn't it? In front of the admin building.
It must be in the front. Is this the back or the?
I think that's the front of the admin.
The front of it.
The locks are in the back here, I think.
Oh well, yeah. Cause I thought they had a lot of stairs here.
Only a few.
Or do they have stairs now?
There's 5 or 6. It's not too many.
Well, what's this? Oh, this is the grass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, because you can see how small these trees are there compared to what the.
Yeah. That's the view today.
Yeah.
You can't even see the bridge in the background from the before and after photos here.
No, yeah.
In fact, I don't even know if you're familiar with this story, but there was a little quote in here about some inspector coming out and years after the garden, and he was expecting it to look like this, the original photo.
Oh.
And instead he saw these plants here, and he says, oh no, these plants have to go, they have to come out. Oh. And apparently it says the local community raised such an outcry about it.
Yeah.
That they weren't allowed to tear them out, they had to leave them in there.
Oh yeah, because those all came, Carl brought them from all over the world.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, they didn't want to have it go back to tear them. In fact, they took out, as you go up those stairs, there was a big tree off to the west there, I know. And I know they had to, I don't know if they took it down or something, but I know a big branch broke off, and they had to cut that thing back or something. I remember Mike and them out there cutting that thing down.
Yeah.
But that's all I can remember about that.
Right. Yeah, there's a few photos in there of different tree removals from storms and
yeah,
different damage and things like that. Yeah.
And so then later on, we used to have our shows in churches, or we had our shows in the mall, Northgate Mall, and then they had them down there at the center outside. On the south side of the center, we used to have our fuchsia shows there too. So then we up there on the north where you come in, they used to just have a bunch of stuff pushed aside there. I mean, never done anything with. So we said one day, how about after having it at Northgate, we couldn't get into our shows until 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock after the stores closed. Then we could get in there and work. And we used to go up in the woods and get moss from the trees, pack moss home, and put moss all over the floor there, and then put our displays in the mall, and we do that for quite a while. And then one time the moss was in bags too long, and it started to smell. So then they started saying, well, we can't have that. So then we started using that green grass or imitation grass. We started using that. So then we thought, well, gee, as long as we got our other plants down here, there would be people coming in. Let's see if we could have our show here. So we asked Mike, and he says, well, probably. So he got permission that we could have our fuchsia show up in there, and that way there we could be out more than normal. Or if it rained, it rained. If the plants would get watered, but in the buildings we couldn't. We had to be so careful getting water on the floors.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and in the mall too, we had to be so careful that there wasn't any water spilt on the mall in the malls on the big fall. And so we got our things going there. So now every year, I don't know when we started the thing down there at the locks. I mean, in the fuchsia thing. Gosh, I must be. Gosh, time goes so fast now. Could it be 10 years we've had? I don't know if we've even had. I can't remember now how long it was that they started putting our fuchsia show in, because I entered some. 15 years ago, I think. And on our ribbons, they used to have the dates, but then it got expensive because sometimes that division didn't get a ribbon, and they couldn't use them again. Oh. So now they just have best in show, or best in division, or best in section, and that's how. And so now they used to give trophies. Well, trophies got so darn expensive all the time. So now we got cups. I got it in the bedroom there. He put a shelf up there, and I have a whole shelf full of cups, fuchsia cups.
I visited with Joan Hampton there, and she showed me the list of years and the award winners, and you had quite a number of check marks next to your name.
Yeah, I used to. That was a long time ago. Like I said, it's been, gosh, George has been gone almost 16 years. So before that I was entering all the time, but growing.
But you seem to be the champion here in the Northwest anyway, or in Seattle.
Yeah, no, I don't. There's so many now. This here, Ron Herzog. I guess he's got a big greenhouse. Well, the rest of us can't compete with someone that keeps a big greenhouse, and then he has some of his members from the church